Welcome back, Mr. and Mrs. America, and to all the ships at sea. We start off today with our headlines. The Lindberghs are expecting a child. No hopes on the gender, but they plan to raise the child as a communist. Deadline looms for Israeli peace deal. If accepted by 2 p.m. today, we should expect no more war in the Middle East in at least a generation. Remember that today's show is brought to you by the smooth, refreshing taste of Tarrington's, recommended by 9 out of 10 doctors. In NFL news, the Minnesota Vikings beat the Cleveland Browns 21-7 in London. The game disrupted the daily call to prayer throughout the city. In Virginia, Attorney General candidate is under fire for past comments wishing death upon Republicans. Jay Jones clarified his statements by saying that he meant all Christians. Trans violence continued in Portland, Oregon. The protests feature all the aggression of a man, but with the emotional stability of a woman. And that has been our headlines.
That was awesome.
Woo! I love the like necrophilic bash on Lindbergh, who was not a communist, by the way.
Well, if anyone who knows, I was doing a spoof of Walter Winchell, who absolutely hated Lindbergh.
Is that what that was?
Yeah.
Was that folks, this has officially become the second episode of Veteran Nation Unexplained. meaning we would have been much better off if that had gone unexplained.
Welcome everybody to Veteran Nation. We have another fantastic show for you today. Joining me as always are my two co-hosts, TC from Minnesota Black Robe Regiment and Kahanu from A Veterans Affair Media. Welcome, gentlemen.
I'm live on location, as opposed to not being live or on location any other time we do this.
Much like the Today Show, we sent him to Cuba, so he's trying to get some interviews.
I'm sitting in a Sam's Club, Walmart, like super shopping complex, observing the degradation of our country. And I have a question for everyone, and I don't care if this offends anyone. Can we please bring fat shaming back? Please. For the love of all that's holy, can we please bring fat shaming? If I see one more morbidly obese 25-year-old plus woman walking around with short shorts on, flaunting her fat, jello-y, jiggly ass, I swear to God, I'm going to become an authoritarian and require like dieting. I'm going to require it. We're going to do annual weigh-ins in the People's Republic of Fatness. That's what there's so many fat people. So many fat people. And I come to you as a former, this is disgusting. It's gross. Single people coming out of Sam's Club with the bulk, the Exxon Valdez of like soda pop containers, just like 5-gallon drums of all the sugar all the time. Just like they're wheeling this shit out in crates, and then go. Oh, I bought a bag of
sugar. It's going to cause an environmental problem.
I bought a bag of salad.
This is a reminder that the government recommends that you double up on all of your wheats, vegetables, and sugars. I do like Deborah, her suggestion, because she says it's like Groucho Marx from You Bet Your Life. I think we need a secret word. And if the guest says the secret word, they get a prize.
Oh, wow.
Speaking of which,
we're going off Pee Wee Herman here now?
Is returning to Chris, aka Sasquatch from Chatting with Sasquatch. Welcome back, Chris.
Hi, y'all. How you doing? Been a while.
Been a while.
Yes, it has.
And you've been doing some exciting stuff since your last time on the show.
I've been busy, y'all. So foundation wise, they drugged me over to TikTok, where I was reluctant to go, in all honesty. But now that I'm over there, I'm reaching a lot more veterans that I never would have reached just through the normal channels that we have here. Including there's a veterans nonprofit in Texas called Steel Hope that I'm networking with, and we're going to try and intertwine a little bit to help some people in between our places. But they're wanting to set up a veterans retreat down there in Texas. And so I'm supposed to.
Veterans don't retreat; they tactically retire.
But yeah, so I'm going down to see what I can do. I can't do a lot of the physical stuff, but I can, teach my knowledge to people and help them and guide them to do stuff, and they learn in the process, and it still gets stuff done. So we're going to go down and see what we can do about that. Maybe work on getting a work party together for in the spring. See if I can get a bunch of people that want to go down and just do some work and try and get the major stuff done. Unfortunately, they had somebody come in and steal all the copper out of the place not too long ago.
Wow.
So the first thing we want to work on is security. We want to get a good surveillance system put up and in place for them. So, but I'm hi Jamie, I see you down there. But
Chris Soldiers here. Hey, good to see you.
We also are we've been working with local places here for now. There's a shelter in Lancaster that's run by a company called Tenfold, and they run a 5-bedroom shelter house that they always need stuff, and I'm not saying that in a bad way, but these guys were stuck cooking on scratched up Teflon pans, and I'm like, that's unacceptable. That's unhealthy. It's really Teflon, personally, is horrible for you. If you have Teflon, you should really get rid of it. So we went out and bought them an all new cooking set. We got them a bunch of canned food. They needed bedding. They needed lockers for the veterans to have a place to put their stuff where it can be secure when they're not, around.
Especially if there's any Marines in the mix, you got to lock your stuff up.
We don't steal. We
tactically acquire.
Well, these are metal lockers with locks on them, so we were able to get them one.
You don't have to worry about the spaceport guys doing through it.
So, and then
you're not hiding crayons, you're good.
I hear they can sniff out those crayons pretty good. But so then we also had a senior citizen veteran that was moving into an apartment that had nothing. He was starting fresh from scratch. And we decided that we were going to make sure that even if he didn't have a couch to sit on, we were going to make sure that he could cook and have the utensils and stuff so he could at least just, have sustenance and sustain himself. We were going to help him look for furniture and stuff if he needed it. But thankfully, a church came through for that stuff. But we made sure we got him, again, a cookware set, dishes, silverware, knives, and pot holders, all that stuff. Because no matter what, you have to eat. If you don't eat, you're not gonna be around long. So that was our thinking.
We have our own nonprofit here, and I don't think people understand how much work it is behind the scenes doing a nonprofit. But one thing I will say, if anyone's thinking of doing a nonprofit, funding it is always going to be the biggest deal and the hardest thing. But probably the thing I've seen the most that's incredibly successful is doing a thrift shop in some form, because people always have things they can donate. Those things can go to, if you're doing a veteran nonprofit, normally can go to the veterans. And if they can't, you can sell them and then be able to pass the money along to the veterans. So a lot of the things you're talking about, I've dealt with on other
When
fronts.
Skipper says that we have a nonprofit, what he means is no one makes any money. That's what he's saying. It's like,
Yeah.
That's how it should be.
Uh,
You're not supposed to make a profit. That's why it's called non-profit. It's in the freaking name.
What?
I just want to point out that we just don't make any money. That's what.
Oh, well, we make money, but I personally do not make any money. I do not take anything out of it for fees, funding, or anything like that. I donate all of my time. I am on call 24/7. Any veteran that wants it gets my personal phone number. And if they're having a bad day and just need to talk and get stuff off their chest, they're welcome to call me at any time 24/7. That's part of what we do.
And I was teasing our members and everybody that donates. I was just making a joke at Skipper's expense. I'd also like to point out that we haven't had this much hair on our show since Minnie Robinson.
She has a great head of hair. I used to have hair like that. Used to.
Hey,
You
if I
never had
wanted
hair.
to, I
You've
could-
never had hair like Mindy's ever. You've never had ever.
I could take this back to the glam rock days if you really wanted me to, but that nobody wants to see that.
Well, I think I speak for everyone. I think right now all of us would love to watch Kahanu and you Sasquatch both like dread braid your beards the way that Mindy does her hair. So we'll just
I am
while you're
trying
talking,
to get
we'll just
somebody
watch.
to braid my beard. I really am.
I don't think I have enough to braid.
My daughter won't do it because she says, I don't know how to do it. And I'm like, you're just twisting hair. How hard is it? And my mom has arthritis so bad in her hand, she can't do it. So,
Which, just twisting hair, how hard is it? Sounds like a night in bed with Skipper. So
See Deborah's comment.
So, and the latest thing we're working on right now is we have a veteran whose ex, really screwed him over.
what? No.
Get out.
I know you don't believe it, right? It was supposed to be an amicable split. They were supposed to pay off the bills that were in their name so that they can start from scratch. And yeah, she didn't. Ran up a bill of $1,400 and got his electric bill shut off.
You need to start telling stories that are believable, Sasquatch. Otherwise, we can't take you seriously when you make
I'm
up such
mythical, so I
far-fetched.
mean, if I'm here, anything's possible, right?
Another unexplained story.
So, we've been fighting with this electric company for almost 2 months now, because every time he would submit paperwork, they would say they didn't get it or whatever. So finally, he went somewhere where you could fax it to them, and they could not claim they didn't get it, which I'm sure they still probably would have tried. And they came up with the solution that if he pays $210 by tomorrow morning, they'll turn it back on Tuesday. And I'm like, that's not acceptable. If we call and pay it first thing tomorrow morning, I expect them to have it on by that afternoon.
Oh,
Right.
And family's coming. I'm gonna listen, but tune out myself.
All right, bud. So, yeah. So I was in a scramble. He told me that Thursday, and I literally we had less than what you have in the bank now, Skipper. We had like $20, I think, because we had just bought for the we're doing, and all get out now for some reason. And prices are going up. If you didn't notice that, they're changing to seasonal rates because you're not getting screwed enough with the regular rates.
Now they can screw you more part of the year.
Yep. So, but so I'm running around and I'm talking to my board, I'm talking to my council, and I'm like, hey, we need to do something here because first off, the guy isn't a diabetic. He takes insulin. He's had to throw his insulin out because he can't keep it refrigerated. And I'm just like, I thought that was illegal, that you weren't allowed to turn the electric off on somebody who medically necessitates it.
Well, do they know that?
Well,
They
they were
are
told
supposed
that
to offer-
afterwards. When he called them, he told them that he's a diabetic and needs to refrigerate. They still didn't turn it back on for him.
Wow.
So I'm going to,
That's an ADA violation, right?
I'll get there. Hold on 1 second. I'll address that in a minute. I know everybody's thinking, because I think the same thing. Trust me. So then I start calling my donor. We are very blessed to have a core group of people that, when the shit hits the fan and we really need them, I can call them, and 99% of the time, they're going to donate something, right? And if you get enough of those people that'll donate even $5, $10, $210 isn't hard to come by. It's easy to collect that much if you get enough people. Thankfully, we have some bigger donors, so they were throwing bigger numbers around, thankfully. But so long story short, we have the money. And tomorrow morning, 9 o'clock, I will be on the phone with the electric company. And after I make the payment and I get the receipt sent to me that we made the payment, and I get the guarantee that they are going to turn his electric back on, I am going to grill the shit out of these people and find out how it was legal for them to leave the electric off on somebody who is physically disabled and mentally disabled, to the point where, they need insulin and they need that. He could have died at any point during this time if his insulin would have went completely out of whack.
Have you engaged with his congressman?
I have not. I did tell him that he should contact them, as well as I told him to contact the VA and see what they say, because I think
Here's
the
what I
VA
would
can
do.
have some.
Because I've talked to Congress people's staff, and when they call, they'll listen to them. But when groups like me or you call on their behalf, they're a little bit more responsive, because they believe that we've at least vetted them a little bit, and especially if they don't immediately turn the electric back on, that's when I would absolutely call the veteran liaison for the congressperson and say, look, now you get, and say, look, this needs to be turned on right now, because they'll engage. But when some Congress people suck, some are not. So we don't know how good their Congress people is, because Kanu will tell you his sucks.
Where are you at, bud?
California.
Oh well, that explains it.
Yeah.
The other thing I
Congressman
would
clown.
do, once you get it turned back on, I would probably reach out if he's a member of the VFW or American Legion. They generally have like grants that they issue, interest-free grants, where you might be able to get his bill paid down. Maybe not all of it, but some of it.
Well, this will sever the bill,
Okay.
and then it'll just be in his name, and then the rest of the bill will go to the X.
Okay.
As long as that's what I'm understanding. And then that the Ohio thing that I was telling, I guess it's Ohio, because I've never heard of it here. But then he said that from then on it would just be $10 a month for him for his electric.
Okay.
Which is great. You're not going to get me complaining about that, because that's a good thing, So, and here's the thing: I met this guy on TikTok when I first started on there, and I knew nobody And, you know, these guys took me under their wing, and they're like, they do a thing called veteran battles, which is there's a couple of different veterans that go up there. There's boxes that they can get into and do battle boxes, or they can co-host, or people at a time can co-host together on there. And then they just do battles, and anything that people throw that's a galaxy or higher gift, they have to do at least 22 push-ups.
Nice.
And let me tell you, I've watched these guys get so damn winded because they've ended up doing, 200 push-ups a night easily. And at the end, they're like, I can't do any more. Stop.
That's pretty good to do.
Yeah.
I would love. When is this retreat that you're going to?
It's the week of November the 15th is when I'm supposed to be down there.
Okay. Darn. 'Cause I'm coming
It's
through
actually Josh's birthday.
I'll be in Texas.
That's the guy who runs Steel Hope. And so he was hoping I could come down for that, but that's on a side note. But they actually have an event. They have a car show. They have a thing where they put up 500 flags in the shape of a cross.
Nice.
And they put up, I think he calls them battle banners, where it has different veterans and stuff who've been wounded or have been lost, I think it is. So, and I'll be honest with you. Let me just put this out there as a PSA to people. And I've been telling people this in my lives and stuff a lot lately, because I've seen some bad things happen from people who had good intentions. You want to be there for a veteran, and you want to hear what they have to say, and you want them to feel like they can come to you and talk to you. But here's the caveat of that. You need to make sure that you yourself can handle what they're bringing to you.
Absolutely.
Because you don't understand what they've seen until they tell you. And I will tell you right now, I've had veterans coming to me and bawling their eyes out and telling me stuff. And it took everything I had not to break down and start crying with them and to be there for them. So the way that they needed me to be strong so that they had somebody to confide in. If you go to help a veteran and you react the wrong way to what they say to you, you are going to make them not open up to anyone else for a very long time. So please remember that.
Well, that's a good point.
I come across that because I'm on the Battle Buddies app and I'm a mentor there. And you have to be just willing to sit and listen. And, a lot of times they'll say they want help and they're not ready for help. So you just have to be there for them. You can give them tons of resources, and just you want to be the person that they can keep coming to.
Exactly. Don't push them to talk to you. Don't, just sit there. Hey, you got my number. If you need to talk, call me. That's it. When they, and if they are.
That's really.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
That's really. I mean, that's just in general. That's good advice for anybody that's having a mental health crisis, no matter what the cause is. That people don't need. They don't need veteran speak, and they don't. And this is for especially the Christians, and we have quite a few that watch the shows. Coming from a Christian perspective, they don't need your Christianese either. They don't need your God's got this, or and they don't need veterans that say veterans don't need other veterans that say you got to just suck it up. We've all been into shit, man. You know, we've all seen not all of us.
That happens a lot.
But yeah, you just don't need that.
We need to break that culture and make people understand that it's okay to be vulnerable.
It's okay to get there.
Yeah.
That's actually a big reason. Like, I started the show off today doing something funny, or something I thought was funny.
Did you? Did you?
And that's why I try to keep the show lighthearted.
I reject your premise.
Because, like, when I was first approached to do this show, they wanted a vet bro show, and there's enough of those. There's more than enough of those. I wanted to be a little bit different, so I try to have fun with it. For the veterans that come here, I'm literally trying to make them laugh 90% of the time.
Yeah.
I'm literally just here to pick on Skipper and
make fun of my beard,
piss off like 75% of our audience, just so we can filter through and find out who actually likes us.
You do such a good job.
And the channel keeps growing, so I'm either failing or I'm the reason. So one way or another.
I do have one thing that you guys probably haven't heard. Do you know that the VA is updating their hold music? Here it is.
But I love the one that they have.
It's this one right here. And this is some porn music, so you know you're going to get screwed.
I thought maybe they were. Here comes TC with yet another inappropriate joke. In light of the shootings this last week, I thought maybe they were start playing Pumped Up Kicks. So.
Ouch. Is this like a bad American Idol audition tape?
I was looking to add to the soundboard, and I was like, oh, for when something pops up, I saw the sign. And I had known about this cover, but I'd forgotten about it. And I came across it again. I was like, oh, it's got to be that.
That's what I hear in my head.
That wasn't a cover. That wasn't a cover. That was a smothering.
It sounds like strangling a cat.
I think after that was done, they brought out a blanket and covered it.
I think I love that because I love the Long Island accent. Oh, I saw the sign.
So
nothing you just did had like even remotely resembled a Long Island accent or the singer. Nothing. Folks, this is why we have veterans helplines, is because by the time Skipper's done doing the show with me, he needs 988.
I love the Long Island accent. I didn't say I could do it.
Oh man.
I'm still thinking about launching an anonymous account to just like attack Skipper from.
You know, as soon as you do that, they're gonna be like, "That's TC."
Oh my god! Every time someone comes in and says some shit about me now, I'm gonna be like, "Oh, TC's got his alt in here."
Let's take this moment to thank everybody in chat for being here.
Yes, thank you for coming and hanging out.
What else would they be doing? Why are we thanking them for doing what they're expected to do?
Oh. It is Sunday.
Unless they're here because of Sasquatch, then we thank them. The rest of you,
we got a good mix of people watching. We got 30 over on X. We got a bunch on YouTube. We got a couple on Facebook. Thank you all you guys for being here. Please give us more comments, thumbs up, subscribes, all that good stuff.
Hit the like.
How in the world did you get?
And can we please, if you're not subscribed to AVA on YouTube, we just need you to go subscribe. We need him, get him. What are we short? How many are we short?
150.
We need 150 more subscribers for AVA so we can get him to stop crying about why can't I get monetized. He doesn't shut up. It's so bad. It's like you guys are mon.
Go to TikTok. It's easier.
Well, it's because we work. It's because we work at it, Mister we work at it, Mr. Stay-at-Home Dad. I don't know how you don't have time to grow your own channel. All you do is sit at home all day. Literally.
Yeah, you can call me Mr. Mom.
Okay,
I'm still
nothing
waiting
wrong
for
with
that child support check.
Yeah, you go keep waiting too.
that.
But no, in all seriousness, let's get over and subscribe to ABA if you haven't, because he has really good content, and it would be really good if he were making money on his content for the crap that he's been through. So yeah, get over
We
there.
keep putting him on game shows, but he doesn't win.
Oh, that's right? You guys went to the Price is Right together. I remember that. Was that you two?
Whoa! You got no
Wrong
no
person?
no.
Me,
No.
Wrong game show?
me and Tommy Karate went.
That's who it was. I'm
Yes.
sorry. I got you mixed up. My bad.
Tommy's about to start his own show, though.
Is he?
He is.
Tommy keeps saying I'm going to start and he just keeps saying it. It's like he thinks if he says it enough, he's going to speak it into existence.
He's got a name and a logo. He's just waiting to launch.
Well,
so he's like the first man mission to the moon, is what you're saying.
So, Chris, is your nonprofit strictly for veterans, or is it for first
that's what we're
responders?
focusing on now. That's what we're focusing on now. What we would like to eventually do with this is we want this to become a nationwide thing. And it doesn't have to be just our nonprofit involved in it. I'll work with any other nonprofit that wants to be a part of this. We want to have volunteers in the communities across the country where the veterans are coming into. So if I have to, I can call, I get a veteran that contacts us out by Skipper and you. And they're like, hey, I need food, shelter, clothes. Someone in that town that they're in or the surrounding area within, hopefully within 50 miles, we'll be able to do that. That we'll work with somebody, with a volunteer, to reach out to the shelters, reach out to the clothing banks, reach out to the food banks, and set it up so that hopefully, if we're able to throw a little bit of funding towards them every once in a while, that when we get a veteran in need, our person can contact them and say, hey, I got a veteran, he needs help now, and they'll go open the doors and let our veteran go and get what they need without having to go through all the red tape and all that stuff, because we have that connection, we have that relationship. But again, it's finding the people who are going to nurture that relationship and that want to help. Because here's the thing, it's in our bylaws. None of us get paid. I don't care who you are. I'm the president and I don't get paid. So that's what we want to push here. I don't know, you can ask Skipper. I've been shaming the bigger nonprofits that are giving millions of dollars to, their workers and stuff. Get out of the way. Sorry.
I'm having the same problem.
But yeah, I mean, it's just ridiculous that you're running a nonprofit, but somebody's profiting very, very, and that's not that I'm against somebody making a living wage off of it if they're doing the job. But there's no reason running a nonprofit should be done by people who have the time to do it without it affecting their regular income, in my opinion.
And I'll just say for our regular listeners, anyone who gives a super chat or super sticker today, I will send that money over to Chris.
I appreciate that, bud.
Mm-hmm.
Like Skipper said, one of the biggest issues that we have as a nonprofit is funding. Like I said, we're in the middle of a fundraiser right now. We are selling flags, and I have limited edition can koozies, the things that you keep your cans cool with our foundation logo on them.
So you have a website that we can plug and get people over to your nonprofit?
Yes. We have it's Bridging Pathways for a Better Life.com. I didn't think about it when I made it, and then I look at it and I'm like, that's too long.
Can one of the mods get that up there?
Yeah, you might be able to create a what do they call it? Like buy the domain for like the acronym and have that just forwarded to your.
Well, we're actually looking at doing a whole new website eventually, because this was just something we pasted together and put up quick, just because we needed a website.
And if you need help with,
so you did it in typical military fashion. Slap this thing together and get it up there because we need it done.
I learned from all the veterans that I hang out with.
We're very happy with our merch store. So if you would like to look at our merch store, and I can send you an invite to it.
Okay. But I mean, I have some stuff set up on Printify for shirts and stuff. I have to publish it, but I don't know. I've just been waiting because I don't know who all would even be interested in buying it at this point. So, but I just need to pull the trigger and do it.
I do want to say that too, and in all seriousness, if there are any veterans out there that need a place to stay, Skipper is always willing to take people in, especially if you're a methed out, tattoo laden, crazy female veteran. Skipper loves that. That's his thing. He's always got room.
I'm always helping the single moms.
Yeah, Skipper is always willing to take in.
He picks up
tattooed veteran women.
So Skipper's another J. That's all I'm going to say right there.
He cruises by the prison looking for singles.
Chris, honestly, he was better than I was thinking, because I was waiting for the cross-dressing part to come in.
We've been doing a segment on the show where there's a Instagram account called Prison Connect, and we go through those, and the audience helps us figure out.
No, we can't do that segment anymore because Georgie got jealous.
We're trying to find Skipper love by any means necessary, and if it means I got to deal with someone with some light assault and battery,
Looking for love in all the wrong places. Looking for love in too many places. Oh,
I have a tendency to fall in love with the crazy ones.
Looking for love.
I got a couple candidates for you if you want them.
I'm loving the comments. You guys are great.
I can't see the comments, so I'm just playing to the crowd, hoping something.
They're laughing at us.
Yeah, they seem to be having a good time. One person said vets who need help in Minnesota can contact MACV.
I actually was just talking to a veteran who was a MACV veteran out of Vietnam.
Oh yeah?
Trying to get him to come on the show. He doesn't want to talk about his Vietnam stuff, and I said that's fine. We'll just talk about what you've done after, because he's got interesting stuff that he's done after. He worked in Hollywood for a number of years, and but he'll only talk about the stories about people who are dead, and I understand that too.
Fred said, Skipper, I have an ex-wife that might be interested.
Same these. I got one too. Maybe we can trade.
I was just gonna say, might as well just trade and make this fully military.
Mine still won't leave me alone. Jesus.
So are you planning
barracks bunnies for the win?
Like all day. I'm throwing food out the car. Like, eat this. Just leave me alone.
Got barracks bunnies and billets bitches.
You're gonna have to start carrying bear spray with you in your car. Is that what you're saying, Skipper?
I don't know if bear spray would.
No, I should not have to spray that thing to make it bare. It should come to the room bare already.
Oh,
TC with the double entendres today.
what are you looking at?
I've got a plea for all the veterans out there. By the way, this is legit. Can we please stop appealing to our veteran experience as a reason why we're a valid commentator on social issues? Just please.
I love doing that, but on things that veterans should not comment on. Like, I'll jump in.
Well, the comedic relief or the irony is great, but and this is there again. You know, Skipper and AVA know my philosophy and stuff, but and this is not even a commentary on Trump right now. But so our illustrious president came out and reiterated his executive order from back in August that now he is ordering law enforcement to at every level and the military to arrest anyone they see burning a flag. No qualifications. No, like if you see them actually steal the flag and burn it, if they're trying to start another fire on a government building or something, just if you see someone burning a flag, arrest them and throw them in jail for a year. That's his comment. And you guys know me. I'm like, don't tell me I can't do something. Like, because I'll be the test case.
So
I'll be the test case. And a friend on Facebook came on and told me, as an Afghanistan war veteran, okay.
I do that, but I'll be like, I know the discussions on Plan B, and as a veteran, I've got a lot of experience. Fred has a great comment here. He says, he's talking about his ex, you can see her pic on the wall of shame at most Bob's. Yeah, that's something that you don't see a lot of. Every unit used to have a hog board. That's what they called them, or a pig board. Like ex-girlfriends.
Oh my.
I don't understand. I just don't understand. As a Afghanistan war, I'm like, okay, like as a non-Afghanistan war vet, I disagree with you. Who wins? Like, what does this have to do with the conversation? I don't. Like,
I clean shitters too.
and it happens all the time. And please, and if you're not a vet, after the last 20 plus years of the global war on terror, when you meet a veteran, please don't let the first thing that comes out of your mouth be, "How many people have you killed?"
Yeah, no.
What? Like,
by accident?
Like I'm some
Or on
sort of
purpose?
Service or
You mean in the last week? Since
Only the ones who keep asking me that question, right?
I'm not going to tell you to plan ahead. I am going to say it takes a long time to dig a hole, so you should probably, have that ready.
Right.
I don't know. It's just
Supposed to take and make them
it's
dig their own hole.
the things that people say and throw out there. I'm just I don't understand them. It's like calling up the suicide helpline and going, "So do you have a preferred method?"
So how should I do this?
We just take this and do this, and
Like I would be that guy. I would be the volunteer on 988, and they'd be, "I'm really thinking about killing myself." Well, what have you researched on Google?
What's the AI overview on that?
Do you know who was a suicide operator hotline for a long time? Ted Bundy.
What?
No, it's true. It's true. He was.
Oh man,
he was. Yeah, he absolutely was.
What you're going to want to do is go get yourself some Visqueen from Home Depot and then tape that to the walls.
Well, on a different note, how do you guys feel about doing the next episode of Unexplained next weekend?
I'm done.
Oh, are you finally ready?
I'm ready-ish. Still got some headlines and other things I need to get together.
I was
But I've
gonna
got
suggest a
pictures.
Halloween episode, but it now looks like Skipper will be spending Halloween in New Orleans. So
Ooh,
Dang.
ghost hunting.
Skipper's going to go down there and start throwing some beads around.
I was gonna, my costume was gonna be ice and hopefully scare some people, but
I don't know if I do that, bud. They're getting kind of vicious.
now if I was in New York or if I was in Los Angeles for Halloween, then that would be a really bad idea.
I think you should go do a ghost tour and record it for us.
Well, there are a couple haunted bars that I'm meeting up with the veteran, and we're gonna go check those out. And so that's the plan. And then we'll be driving back. So that's why I was asking about the retreat in Texas because I'm going to be driving through Texas. In fact, I was thinking about reaching out to a couple people through the show and maybe visiting them on the drive.
I like how you're like, I'm driving through Texas. Anybody from Texas want to meet up while I'm there? And I'm like, that's like, hey, I'm going to Germany. Would you? Yeah.
Well,
If it's convenient, like what? Like literally, what part of Texas are you going through?
well, we'll be starting at New Orleans, going to Austin, and probably then from there El Paso, through New Mexico, maybe hit up Tucson or something.
See, that's helpful. You know, it's like people are like, hey, I'm coming to Minnesota. You want to hook up? Where are you going to be? North Shore,
Duluth.
What?
How far are you
Like,
from
going to
Duluth?
Canada? like Minnesota's not that big. Have you looked at it on the map? Have you? I mean, we're not real wide, but we are very tall, and that's a commentary. Right? Except now we are wide, as I opened the show with.
I am trying to get sent to Sacramento though, and if I do get up there, me and AVA we're gonna have to do something.
We're gonna get weird.
We're gonna have to go for Bigfoot or a cemetery watch.
So you're going to fly me out there so I can hide in the woods somewhere and let you find me, huh?
Yeah, we're gonna play hide and seek.
Georgie is asking me about how, or she's asking me tips on Vegas, and she's talking about coming to Vegas. I'm like, well, as long as the time is right, I got a couple things going in November that I can't change. But yeah, she's talking about Vegas, and I'm like, as long as it's the right weekend where I don't have anything, I will drive up to Vegas on any weekend.
Nice.
I'm just trying to picture Georgie in Vegas and not seeing her get rejected from all of the casinos for not being tall enough.
Must be this tall.
Damn.
They do have all the rides at the Stratosphere and New York. Yeah,
Yeah, she's screwed. She won't be able to get into the casinos and actually play the games or ride any of the
You
rides.
must be this tall to pull this lever.
So yeah, TC, we got to get you and the missus on a Vegas trip.
No.
That was fast.
Well, that's a
No.
good place where the three of us could meet up. Me, you, and AVA.
Could you imagine me in the crowd in Vegas? Seriously?
We can hold
Vegas
hands.
is empty right now, man.
You would love downtown, TC, because it is straight debauchery. And you would just look at it and be like, all these people are just wrong.
It's definitely full of characters.
Right?
No, I don't judge people's behavior in that sense. I just...
There's a guy roller skating with a boombox wearing a G-string.
I'm like, hey, dude, if that's you, go ahead. Like, that's fine.
Is the topless nun. There's a nun downtown who goes topless and people take pictures with her.
Is it an actual woman, or is it like a tranny that's had
No, it's
job?
an actual woman, but not really a nun. The other thing I like to do.
No.
Vegas is,
No,
What
really?
was
Yeah.
your first clue about
But
that
she
one?
is non-habit
they
forming.
also have midget wrestling down there, which I
You-
on my list.
Did you hear me?
Wait, we need to go to
Did you hear me,
Florida.
Skipper? She's. You hear me, Skipper? She's non-habit forming.
Florida reinstated that you can. They brought back the midget throwing.
I'm going
like,
to Florida.
Cow
They took
shifting.
in. Well, they outlawed it for a while, and then the midgets like freaked out. And they're like, we have very, very few revenue streams that are eligible to us. This makes it. This is an easy
Peter
thing we can
Dinklage
do.
ruined it for him.
Yeah, they took their livelihood from some of them.
Peter Dinklage ruined it for him because he chewed all the short people out, all the small people out for only taking short people roles. While he's taking only short people roles.
Yeah, he's the toxic Avenger now.
The hypocrisy is real.
What I love is that he was in the movie Tiptoes, and if you know about how that's turned into a meme.
I don't never seen that. Like I don't.
It's a movie with Matthew McConaughey that came out in 2001. Matthew McConaughey and Gary Oldman, and it's about how Matthew McConaughey and Kate Beckinsale get engaged, and his whole family are dwarves, and real production. Gary Oldman is in little face. They like pinned his arms back.
And little face.
I'm so after Skipper's tirade about the long walk the other day and his mischaracterization of Stephen King being out of ideas and how it was a stupid concept, I am genuinely pushing Skipper and AVA to one way or another. We're going to do a long walk book club because the themes in the novel are right up in our, like, a lot of our serious political topics when we talk, they're right in our wheelhouse. But both Skipper and AVA refuse to read. That tells you everything that I have to deal with these guys. You want me to read?
You got to make it into a training book for me, a TM.
Is there pictures in it?
Yeah, as long as there's color areas and little pop-ups. Areas.
Oh, muting.
I read a lot, but they're called graphic novels.
They're comic books, you.
The choose your own adventure book.
Yes, the last book I read was probably a Goosebumps.
So, but
yeah, and you just read that like 3 days ago to yourself in bed.
Yeah, you know how long that took me?
oh my. But
yeah, so I want to do the next episode of Unexplained, and we're going to be covering the Chupacabra.
Nice. The vampire of the animal world.
We'll get into it. I'm pretty sure everybody has their ideas, but it's going to get weird.
Well, if there's anything we do good here, it's weird.
This is true.
We're going to get really weird with it.
And that's myself included, so don't think I'm throwing shots at anybody.
Still hunting for the jackalope.
Well, I can bring on a Yeti if you want. I'm friends with him too. He's on my Discord, and he lives in Texas actually, which is kind of strange, but
I need to start looking into the Yucca Man.
That's a new one to me.
That's the one out here in Joshua Tree. He lives in the desert. People see him. All the hippies doing their ayahuasca out here in the desert. You saw the Yucca Man. And I'm not joking. Like, literally, Cheech from Cheech and Chong lives out here.
Oh, I'm sure. Yeah.
But I do want to get what is it? You have a biologist on standby?
We do. I've got a doctor of biology who is willing to come on and talk about various cryptids with us. So just let me know if you want him for Chupacabra. He
Yeah, let's do it.
said he'll come on and give us the science of stuff.
Then I'll really feel stupid.
But
He's
hey,
been my friend for years, so I don't think he'll make you feel stupid. I will be doing that to him.
So if one of the mods, sorry to interrupt, but one of the mods, if you can grab Chris's nonprofit information and put that into the chat, for favor.
Bridging Pathways.
yep, bridging pathways for a better life.com. If you go to there's a page that has my smiling face on there, and scare yourself if you want to. Print it out. Get rid of all the rodents in your house. Our mission statements on there, and you had asked about if we only help veterans, and I never got a chance to fully answer that. That's what our focus is for now. Once we get set up nationwide, we would like, and we're established, we would like to also help senior citizens.
So you're focusing on homeless veterans, or just veterans in need of like you're saying, clothing, food, household items.
If they need a bill paid and we can help them with that, we'll do that as well. The only thing is that we have to physically call and pay that bill ourselves, so that way nobody can say, well, you didn't actually do this and this person didn't need it. And I'm like, well, I called and paid it. Everything was exactly as they said it was. So I'm going to take it as face value that they needed it.
So can people donate clothes and other items to you, or are you accepting cash donations? Well, not necessarily cash.
But
can they donate to you?
Yeah, there's a donation link on the website for Cash App and PayPal and Venmo, I believe. Well, PayPal and Venmo are the same thing anymore, I believe. I think they're, I don't know. Everything changes every 10 minutes, so. But we are also actually getting ready to launch our eBay site. We're going to, we get donations from people around here, and members send us stuff for giveaways and for us to auction off.
Okay.
I actually have 3 Sensi warmers. It's a service one, the service burner. I have 3 of them, and the person who put them together, who sent them to us, well, actually, she hand delivered them to me, but she actually made up these really nice baskets, and they've got all kinds of scents and stuff. There's all kinds of stuff in there.
Nice.
I almost hate to open one up just because I have to get pictures of it so you see what's in it. But yeah, so they'll be going up on the site here once we get it launched. We have a 1970 something Snoopy's cookie jar that'll be going up on the eBay site. We just gave away back in 2001, I believe it was. We have 2 posters from the Vietnam Veterans Association march, from when they marched, did a remembrance march in DC. We had gotten a hold of 2 posters. That's stuff that I won't sell. I refuse to sell stuff like that. I will do a giveaway, or I will find somebody that I know will appreciate it. But yeah, we had one of these posters, and I do a fireside chat every Friday. At least until weather makes it so I can't. But We do a giveaway every 2 weeks for the most part. 4 weeks ago, we gave away the poster. The deal was if you come onto any of the platforms and leave a comment, you're entered into the drawing. That's TikTok, YouTube, Rumble, Locals, X. If you're on any of those platforms and leave a comment, you're entered in. So a guy from Oklahoma won the poster. And then 2 weeks ago, we did. It was a patriotic wreath that somebody had donated to us, and so that's what we gave away for the prize. The giveaway that night. It's just something to try and get people in and join. Youngin.
Thank you, Westside, for posting that.
I will
do a raffle.
We have
I have to get a gambling license in Pennsylvania to do a raffle.
We have a viewer, Jeff, who is sometimes in our chat. I don't know if he's in here right now, but I'll mention to him. His nephew is a Major League Baseball player. I'll ask him and see if maybe we can get something autographed or whatnot to auction off or give away.
Hi. That'd be cool. Since you said that gives me an idea. If anybody still watches the NFL anymore, which I don't know, I know a lot of people that do, and I know a lot of people who actually stopped watching because of the stuff that was going on. I actually went to school with a couple of big name people that are associated with the NFL. So I will maybe reach out and see if I can get a hold of them and see if we can do something. One is Matt Nagy. He was the coach for the Bears for a couple of years.
Mm-hmm.
And he started with Andy Reid in Philadelphia as a quarterbacks coach. And I think he's the offensive coordinator for the Kansas City Chiefs right now, if I remember correctly. And then if there's anybody out there that likes the Steelers, I went to school with Dan Kreider, who was the fullback for the last Super Bowl team that they had. Ray Lewis, when he was asked about Dan Kreider, the fullback, said that Dan Kreider hit him the hardest he's ever been hit in his entire life. So I will. I'll reach out and see if I can get a hold of them and maybe get something. That now that you said that makes sense to do. But yeah, we're very lucky that we have a lot of people that are willing to donate stuff for that.
I'll also talk to some of my connections. I do know a couple people who are in the Hollywood Car Club, and there's some celebrities in there. I'll try to see if maybe they know of anything that we can get donated.
Nancy asked TCU, are they your children? I think they're his grandchildren, aren't they?
Yes.
Right.
Okay. Ed Scout's excited because you're actually on when he's awake. When they're awake. I don't know if that's a male or female. I'm going to guess it's a male, but
Ed always misses it, and like he'll come in at the end and then text me afterwards. Darn it, I missed you guys. But like I told
Nancy,
watch the replay.
I don't know how to pin a comment.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Oh, I'm sorry. I was thinking out loud. I don't know how to pin a comment. Kind of special.
Tap the comment, and it should pop up a list of things that you can do, and it should be in there.
It doesn't allow me to do it from Restream.
Yeah, I'm on my phone and won't let me put it up.
I'm not a mod, so I can't do anything for you.
I have it pinned on the Veteran Nation channel on both YouTube and Rumble.
Oh, okay.
What I should do is I'll grab it and I'll put it for those watching on X. I'll put it in the comments there.
Uh-oh. We lost him.
Uh-oh. He'll be back. But
Can I make a plug?
Go ahead.
So if anybody's into eating sweet treats, West Side, if you're still doing that, she has her eBay page where she will make you some sweet treats and mail them to your house. So West Side Accountability, if you still have that going, please plug yourself in. She makes really good butterscotch brownies. Delicious. That's all.
I'm just getting this posted. There we go. So if you're watching on X, which we have like 50 people watching on X. Thank you for being there. In the comments is the link, and here is Chris back again.
Hey, welcome back.
There, but thank you.
On mobile, yeah, it can get a little bit funky sometimes.
Yeah, I took it and connected it back to the Wi-Fi. But yeah, Nancy, the place closest to me that you would most people would know is probably Hershey. I'm about 25 minutes southeast of Hershey, Pennsylvania.
Does it smell like chocolate there?
No, it smells like shit here right now, honestly. They're spreading to get ready to plow under, so yeah. I mean, that's a different kind of chocolate, I guess, but not the kind I would eat. Or I would not suggest you to eat it either. But so, yeah, I'm outside of a small town called Mannheim. Most people don't know where that's at. I think there's like 1,500 people that live in the town. As you can see, I'm in the middle of nowhere. I'm 6 miles from the closest actual town. So I don't play well with others.
For people who want to volunteer, are you looking for volunteers?
We are. I'm actually working up the protocol for that right now. There is a volunteer page that kind of gives a layout of what we're wanting and what we're going to be trying to do. And once we actually get enough volunteers nationwide, I actually plan on going and doing a road trip and meeting with the volunteers and kind of going out in the community with them and talking personally with the resources in their area so that they, these people can see me face to face. They can go over our credentials and see that we are actually a certified 501c3 and all that stuff. Now, here's where it gets interesting, and I just learned this, Skipper, that depending on the state, we actually have to register with the Secretary of State to operate within their borders.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, some states are like that because they want tax money and stuff like that.
Yeah, which I don't know how. If we're a 501c3 nonprofit, we're tax exempt. So,
because I've actually gotten attacked, and a dude, he wrote a whole Substack about our nonprofit and was like, "Well, you're not registered with the state." Because I'm not an out-of-state nonprofit. I am registered with the state, but
if they come to our website, that's not us going and doing work in their state. We're allowed to.
Correct.
If it's online, that's totally different.
Yes.
But if we're going to have people actually working and doing stuff as an actor of us, we have to register. So, but
hey guys, I gotta get going.
Sure.
All right, good seeing you, bud. Take care.
We've been going for over an hour. We could probably start wrapping things up.
Yep, sounds like a plan.
Do you guys want to plug any of your stuff?
I just want to say hi, Northwoods. Hey, Mountain Girl. Hey, Gloria. Thank you, everybody, for being here. And all of our other viewers.
You can always subscribe to TC over at Minnesota Black Robe Regiment, MBRR Podcast, on YouTube. I don't think he's doing anything else right now.
Thumbs up.
But yeah, stay tuned for next week. We are going to do another Unexplained episode.
Nice. You have to send me a link because I don't remember shit anymore. So I'm just being honest.
All right, I got to go, guys. I'm sorry.
Yep, you're good.
Hey, take care. Thank you. Have a good day. I'm Sasquatch. I run Chatting with Sasquatch. It's a podcast that we talk about the nonprofit. We talk about life things that happen and stuff like that. And again, we run the nonprofit Bridging Pathways for a Better Life. And we're just trying to give back to people who, sign that dotted line and we're willing to give everything for us. So we want to make sure that they're being taken care of now when they need it.
And I just want to say that you've been slugging at this. You've been doing a great job. Thank you so much for everything you guys do. And you guys have just been, amazing. You started your nonprofit before we started ours, and it's a lot of work. So I know exactly how much you put into it, and people have no clue. It's a lot.
I'm literally on call 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Yeah. And that's so everyone please go Bridging Pathways for a Better Life.com and make sure to donate. If you can volunteer, and just go support. You guys are on TikTok, you're on Rumble.
Yep. Yes. We are what is the Rumble? The Rumble is CStock 1976. It wouldn't let me change my name.
They do that.
But we are on Instagram, TikTok, Facebook. All of them have a Chatting with Sasquatch page. We have a Facebook page for the nonprofit Bridging Pathways that you can go join. And again, it's basically about, of course, helping veterans, but it's also about building a community, because you're not going to do anything without a good community around you.
Absolutely.
That's just the way life is. So that's what we focus on.
You guys have a great community. You have invited me into it. Thank you so much, because I've been in your Discord. I've been on your streams. You guys have just been amazing. So thank you for everything you guys do.
Thank you for having me on. I appreciate you.
Yep, absolutely. Next weekend we will be back with Veteran Nation Unexplained. You guys heard we're going to be discussing Chupacabra. We may actually have some professionals in to tell us how wrong we are, which is normal for me because I'm in therapy. But I want to thank you guys all for being here. I want to thank our guest, and for all of you in the chat, thank you for your comments. Please like, share, subscribe, all that good stuff. And as always, thank you for being worth serving.